Hi Cancer, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be your June 2023 reading for anyone who has strong Cancer placements. Usually this is a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising placement, but it could also be a stellium or a really strong aspect with the sign of Cancer. So if you are interested in seeing more of the videos, more from the channel, I would really love if you can subscribe to the channel. And if you gain any insight or perspective from this video, it would also be cool if you were to like it. I would also really appreciate that. So we're going to go into the energy of the month of June. I do want to go over some of the astrology with you before we get into the cards. On June 3rd, we had a full moon in Sagittarius, and this happened yesterday. I'm recording today, June 4th. And so regardless, for the month of June, there's going to be a theme around something happening with our ideas and our ideals, our belief system, and in general, just a more enthusiastic, positive energy for life right now. There may be a sense of traveling this month as well. You know, just getting to know a part of ourselves or a part of our environment that we probably never have seen before or dived into before. So this also speaks of foreign type of energies that we're not too comfortable with or we've never really been interested in, and all of a sudden something comes up where something gets our attention and we are completely interested in this thing that we've never thought about before, we never knew about before, right? So there's like study here regarding this foreign concepts or foreign ideas. And of course, there's the need to reevaluate our belief system in some way, shape, or form. So when I'm looking at the full moon and where it is for you specifically, this has to do with the part of life that is our routine. So it's our day-to-day habits, our day-to-day tasks. This is a very domesticated part of life. So it could be dealing with the home, the family, you know, our pets, our plants. So anything that has to do with, you know, even the earthly realm, the more material based realm. And it also has to do with our health and our health routine and, you know, the diets that, you know, we have. So maybe there could be some enthusiasm, again, with that full moon in Sagittarius, bringing that enthusiasm as well as that shift in our belief system around some of these domesticated parts of life. Okay, so this could be, you know, coming into June as an example. Maybe you have ideas to rearrange a room, to redecorate, you know, the house in some way, shape, or form, change your aesthetic in a way. You could be doing some summer cleaning or spring cleaning, right? There could be a difference in how you are eating. Your exercise routine, your belief system around, you know, what a healthy diet should be, or a belief system around, you know, a healthy exercise routine is, right? Maybe you're changing your mind about, you know, going to the doctor and getting something checked out. And, you know, before where you maybe have done a more organic approach to healing a certain part of your body. You know, now you're changing your belief system into, okay, well, maybe I should go see a professional doctor, right? Like something like that. So again, these have to do with the domestic parts of life as well as our health and our body. Sorry, I got distracted. I think there's a storm coming in right now. It's really dark outside, and I hear thunder in the background. So I was just thinking of what I had outside and if I had to run to go pick anything up. Anyway, okay. So I'm sorry about that. So we go into the middle of the month, which is June 18th, and we have a new moon in Gemini, and this is going to be squaring Neptune in Pisces. And this is falling in a part of our life, or your life as a Cancer, that has to do with your psyche and the unconscious parts or subconscious parts of yourself. Going deep, deep, deep into your psychological programming. I do feel that something comes up within this time, which is middle of the month, that gives you the opportunity in some way to start to identify this part of yourself. And there could be a need to heal this really deep-rooted. Maybe it's a trauma of some sort, or, I know this is going more serious, but it could be a serious month for you in some way. And the need to heal this part of your psyche. Maybe it's a belief system around your psychological state and where you've been, maybe your mental state, and you're pinpointing something about your psychological behaviors or something like that, and you are sort of looking at it and maybe learning something new. Maybe there is something like you're diving into a certain therapeutic modality to fix this trauma. With Neptune in Pisces squaring this new moon in Gemini, there is a sense of healing. But it's healing in a more mystical way or a fantasy way. Like it makes me feel like it's not your traditional therapy. If it is therapy that you're going to, maybe your therapist is a Pisces. I don't know. But to me, it doesn't feel traditional therapy. It feels like this outer worldly type of therapy. So maybe you're doing some astral traveling back into your past to pinpoint this moment of trauma in some way. But there is an emphasis here on, again, diving deep into your psyche, pinpointing an area that you maybe have not dealt with too much before, that has created trauma, and therefore it has impacted a certain behavior that you have. And you're doing this through modalities that have to do with the water element and the fantasy, mystical, astral, universal, type of energy, if that makes sense. So there's something around that. And then I've been talking to all the signs about Jupiter, since it just went into Taurus not too long ago, and it will be in that sign for about a year. And this is going to bring really awesome blessings for all of us in one way, shape, or form in a certain part of life. And for you, it does feel as though this has to do with your social environment and networking. What groups are you part of? What association are you part of? Your interests from a humanitarian standpoint. Do you do any humanitarian stuff like volunteer your time or volunteer any services, and working with people, providing services or receiving services in some way, shape, or form. And this is going to be a common theme that you will notice if you haven't already for the next year or so. And I think that you will gain some sort of abundance or material value out of this type of humanitarian work, or you will gain value and abundance from groups that you are associated with. So any opportunities that come your way this year from others, from other people, from associations or friends, acquaintances, say yes to those opportunities. All right, let's let's go into the cards and see what your overall personal energy is for the month of June for the sign of Cancer, please. Sorry. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. Of course, it'll be storming and raining in your reading. That's great. And the Seven of Cups. So personal energy for the month of June. There is a need for some type of balance here, reciprocity, give and take between you and another. Maybe you are identifying where you show up, how much you give to people and how much you give into a circumstance or situations, and you're kind of reevaluating how others give back. And is there a fairness? Is there a balance around that? So you're seeking balance and fairness and of some sort. You're seeking reciprocity of some sort for the month of June. I'm also feeling options in the love environment, the love topics of life. This could be another person. The Lovers card is such a beautiful energy. When you step into the Lovers card, it's like the higher vibration and the feeling this card brings when you know that you're in the Lover's energy. This is when you feel like everything is perfect. Everything is as it should be. And you are completely okay with how that is, right? There's also a sense of gratitude, or, you know, like in awe of the universe and how you have been able to create this environment and this life for yourself, you know, and there's like this overwhelming feeling of magic in a way. And so I don't know if you're seeking that feeling or you're in that already, but there's some options here around a potential relationship, or maybe you are single, and I don't mean to turn this into a love reading. I don't know what it's going to look like, but maybe you are single and you have options, or you are connecting with somebody and there is a sense of fantasy with them, about them, daydreaming about them, something like that. But personal overall energy, over like wanting reciprocity with another, and maybe thinking of ways to get that, or you know, how that will look and how that'll play out for you. Let's see what the environment is. This could be people or situation in your environment in the month of June. You have the Hanged Man, the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So in your environment, there's a need to see something differently, to change your perspective on a situation. There's an opportunity that comes in here, and there could be multiple people. I don't feel right now, unless there's something else that comes up later in the details of the rest of the reading, but I don't feel this is one person in particular. I feel that there is multiple people showing up, and you, again, going back to the astrology in a way, are changing your belief system around how you see someone else, or how you see a group of people, or how you see others that are coming through in the month of June. There's also this observance quality that I'm getting, observing the people in your life. If this is someone new, because we have the Page of Pentacles, there could be new people showing up, and you actually see that the feeling I'm getting around this is like you have new people coming in, and there's opportunity to communicate with these new people or work with these new people, something like that. And whereas once you showed up a certain way, whereas once you had a belief system about how the dynamics in relationships should be, therefore you show up a certain way and you lead that relationship dynamic because your belief system about how a certain types of relationships should be, that's how you were before, if that makes sense. So now that there's new people coming in, you have the opportunity to show up in this new version of you, whereas that it's different from how you showed up before. It's almost as though you've been waiting for this opportunity to show up in this with this new wisdom, with this new sense of experience. And this doesn't just have to be love. It could be all types of relationships, any type of relationship dynamic. But it's almost like you've been waiting for an opportunity to receive and be a part of a certain relationship dynamic that, whereas once you showed up a certain way, this time you have the opportunity to show up differently with more wisdom and more experience. And I know that that's sort of repeating myself, but it's what I'm feeling. I'm an intuitive reader, so I get these hits. I call them hits. And I have to repeat myself sometimes to make sure that I, got the message from the universe and I'm able to articulate it. Okay, so that's great energy. I really, really love that energy. I mean, it just seems as though you have done some type of work on yourself and there's a preparation. You've been preparing for this moment and this opportunity is coming through and it's just like, yes, like I get to show what I've been working on, like I am no longer who I was before and I get to practice this new version of me and how I show up in this relationship dynamic. So that's awesome. All right, let's see what details there are. This could be anything that you are preparing, that you should prepare for the month of June. Anything to anticipate, people, situation, energies coming through for Cancer for the month of June, please. All right. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. The Ten of Wands. And the Moon card. With the Three of Pentacles, it talks about communicating and being on the same page with somebody. And this could be around something of the material realm. So it could be communicating about money, finances, something of value. And with that Jupiter in Taurus, it does talk about what we value, right? So maybe there's some ideas or belief systems that have changed, not just with your relationship dynamics, but also when you're communicating around things of the material realm. There's some excitement here and some passion. I feel very, very much attraction or attention here very strongly. So you're showing up in this Queen of Wands type of energy. This Queen of Wands is a very passionate person. It could be he or she. you know, has a really big heart, but at the same time is very confident. So when it's like there's certain people that have big hearts and are very humble. There's other people that have big hearts, but they know their worth, and they know, not to say that the humble people don't know their worth. I'm not saying that, but this type of person is like, I will do for others. I will be here for others, in service for others, because I can, because I'm capable, because I have something to offer, because I'm bringing something to the table, because I'm an expert or a master at what I'm doing, and I need to share that with others for the bigger picture, for the, you know, the benefit of all type of thing. Anywhere the Queen of Wands goes, she has presence. People notice her. Her energy is infectious. And maybe there's people, again, going into that Jupiter, you know, talking about your environment when it comes to, you know, other people and friends and acquaintances and stuff like that. Maybe you're going to be having a lot of conversations this month with people, and conversations as it relates to, I'm feeling like if these are new people coming through, I'm feeling like skill sets and talents, and, you know, what you provide, what services do you provide, you know, like networking essentially. My eyes are burnt. I'm sorry, I'm having so many like personal things in this reading. I'm so sorry. But I put cream on my face and it's getting into my eyes. Okay. There's also a sense of a lot of work. So I just feel real busy in the beginning of June. Now the Moon card talks about things that are hidden, things that are unknown. Typically goes into the subconscious parts of ourselves, and we already talked about that in the astrology for you. But there is something happening here where you don't know something, and it feels as though it's going to be a challenge for you to deal with the situation because there's a missing piece of information. I'll get more clarity on the moon in a sec. I just want to see what comes through after this. We have the Star, the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, ooh, and the Queen of Cups. This is your card here. So we're dealing with another person. I think that this other person sees how you shine. This other person is probably really attracted to you right now. They're very logical, practical. They don't allow their emotions to control them. They don't even allow their thoughts to control them. And I think that either they see you as attractive or getting attention, or they are the ones themselves who are attractive and gets a lot of attention. I mean, two equally in their own right, really strong personalities here. Give me a second, I'm feeling this out. When we talk about the Five of Swords, we talk about our toxic behaviors. So these are the parts of ourselves that tend to be that low vibing energy that everyone has. Everyone has that low vibe energy, and then everyone has their equal, their balance, the other counterpart, which is the high vibe, right? And for some reason, there's some toxicity here around this queen. And I'm seeing that, like, and I don't know yet if these two queens are the same. I'm not sure. And I'll get, you know, more information on that. But I see like something of like behavioral in these people, in these two people, is sort of stopping them from coming together. And it could be that need to go into our psyche and into the subconscious to notice these things about ourselves. And this could be that opportunity that I was talking about that may come up this month, that is going to require you to notice something different, or to notice, not something different, to notice a part of you that you need to change in order to better navigate the dynamics of this relationship. And it goes into that strong channeling that I was getting around having the opportunity to show up with this new version of you, with these new tools and experience and wisdom that you've gained. I just don't want to see you sabotage all of the work that you've done to get where you're at, to be able to take advantage of this opportunity with this new person or a relationship dynamic of some way, and sabotage it because you feel like you're not ready to show up in this new version, in this higher, more evolved, experienced version of yourself. Like, you're totally ready. Do not sabotage that part of you. If another person is coming in that way and they're coming in with toxic behaviors, let them do that. That's their choice. That's not your problem. That's not your decision. But what is your decision is how you're showing up. Don't do that. Don't come in with the lower vibe, Cancer energy into this relationship, because you have evolved, you have learned. This is the opportunity right now for you to practice what you've learned, for you to put it into play when it comes to you and another person, you and a new person, you and a new situation that is similar in some way to that of something from the past. You acted a certain way, you were a different person then, therefore you showed up differently then. Now you have the opportunity that's coming around that is in some way the same type of relationship or the same type of dynamic with maybe the same type of person. And you have an opportunity to try again and show up again with this evolved, more experienced side of you, part of you. Okay, so you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this opportunity. Do not sabotage yourself and tell yourself that you're not ready for it, because you are. And if you are feeling that way, then again, there's a need to go into that psyche, that darkness part of yourself, and identify why and where that's coming from, so you can transmute it, transform it, change it up, and be ready. This is what you want. I'm feeling this is what you want. Whether it's you've been waiting or waiting for this person, waiting for this type of person, waiting for this certain circumstance to happen. It doesn't have to just be a person, but there's something that you've been wanting, and you've been wanting this, and it's showing up. So why the toxic behavior? Why the sabotage behavior? You can say you want something all day long for weeks on end. Then it shows up. But are you ready? Yes, you're ready. I'm telling you, you're ready. Even if you're not ready, do it anyway. Right? We will be ready as we get through it. That's how it works, right? We're never truly ready. You're waiting and waiting and waiting on doing something and holding back on it because you're telling yourself, like, I'll do it when I'm ready. I'll do it when this happens and this is aligned and all of this stuff is perfect and blah, blah, blah. That's unrealistic. That is unrealistic. That does not happen like that. No one is ever truly ready for anything that happens that we get into, within life. We go into it and we figure it out and we navigate our way through it, and we fail and we succeed and we fail again and we succeed again, and we learn. We learn and we level up each time. That's how it works, right? Just have to be brave enough to do it. And there is, like, Cancer is brave. You cannot say, and no one can say anything different about that. Like, you know, all of the cliche stuff that people say about Cancer, like, at the core, like, they're brave. They're strong enough to handle anything that comes their way, right? With that shell and that security and that protection that they create for themselves, for their families, for their, you know, environments, for their homes. Like, it's all about stability and security and protection, right? Therefore, they can handle anything because they create that within themselves. There is nothing that they can't handle because they're protected with the shell. Does that make sense? What? Eight of Swords for the end of the month, going into the end of June. 10 of Swords. Knight of Swords. What is happening? And the Death card. There's some work to do here. And then you have the Two of Cups here, which is another relationship energy. There's some work to do here, Cancer. What is happening? June is bringing up a theme for you around the mental, psychological work. At the end of the month, for some reason, someone is feeling trapped, stuck. There's an ending to something. There could be a conversation that happens at the end of the month that leads to an ending of some sort. This doesn't have to be you. At the beginning of the month, you're coming in as this queen here. Really, really strong, really dynamic with a strong presence. Cancer at its highest. Cancer vibing at their highest. So you start off the month like that, and then you're ending the month this way. There's a conversation that happened that changed something really drastically, really profoundly. There's a transformation going on. Could be within yourself, and the ideals and the belief system about something has transformed, has changed, and maybe you communicated this to another, which caused an ending of some sort. Doing it from a place of connection with your higher self, connection with the universe. It's like, it's like somebody, I don't know who yet, but somebody is wanting something, creates this opportunity, and comes in at a low vibe and approaches this situation at a lower vibration. And this queen here can see right through it. This queen here, okay, I'm getting something. So it's like there's a conversation with another person. The queen is observing doing their thing, coming in the beginning of the month, doing your thing, being your high vibe self, whatever, right? But when it's time to communicate with this other person here, this queen sees it coming. This other person comes in with good intention, right? From the get-go, they have good intention. They are attracted to something, to the light that this queen has. And I feel like it is you, since this is your reading. And there's some attraction here. They're coming in, and it doesn't necessarily have to be love. Attraction of personality, of energy, of, you know, just like there's a need to work with one another or something like that. But anyway, and so they're coming in with good intention, but they come in at a low vibe. Like there's something that they do, something that they say that just totally turns off this queen. And this queen can already sensed it. She already felt it. It could be he or she. I want to emphasize it could be a he or she, but because of the card it's coming in as a woman, I'm saying she. And they've already sensed it. And so they were sort of observing the situation, the person coming at them, and something that they said or did completely turned her off. And she saw right through it, which resulted in an ending of some sort. I want to know more about the ending. The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, this conversation that was had that ended up transforming a situation, changing a situation. What is this trapped energy here? Give me more information about the end of the month for Cancer, please. We definitely don't want you to be in this situation for any June Cancers, right? Because this is happening at the end of the month here. So hopefully you're watching so you can prepare for it, so you don't, you know, we still have free choice, right? Free will, right? So it doesn't have to turn out this way. There might be a conversation that happens, but depending on how you approach it, and going back to this, you've been preparing, you have experience to approach this type of situation in a new way and in an ascended, you know, more wise, expert type of way, because you have experience now. This is the High Priest in this deck. Usually this card is called the Hierophant. The Seven of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Page of Swords. This is low. Super low. Whoever you're dealing with, you already know that they're low. So, I don't know what you're doing. Don't waste your time on that. They're coming in because you're vibing high and you're feeling yourself and you're confident and you're capable and you're beautiful or handsome and attractive and you're getting all this energy, attention, and, you know, your energy is contagious and all this stuff, and this person sees it and it's like a moth to a flame. What is that? What is it? The energy vampire? Don't let anybody take your energy. Don't let anybody take your power. You can see this shit coming from a mile away. And you know you can. If you're a Cancer who is not connected to their intuition, then I don't know what life you're living. Like, there's, like, that is the Cancer's lifeline. Cancer cannot live. There's no Cancer without that thread and connection to their higher self and to their intuition. I don't care how inexperienced and young and, you know, toxic, you know, this person, a Cancer, can be, that intuition is always there. They are born with it. That is their birthright. That's who they are. So you see this coming a mile away. If you choose to entertain this situation, that's your choice. You're making a choice knowing already that this is probably not a good situation to put yourself in. Anyway, so this person's coming in. They are coming in showing you that they are stable, that they know themselves, that they are very self-aware. They may be involved in the same type of spiritual community that you're in. They may be some sort of like, not guru. Maybe they come across as like being a mentor, being of like high experience in something. A little, you know, spiritual, or from a spiritual type of background. But there's something off about them. Somebody coming in with an apology or words and no actions. That's a red flag. Someone's apologizing. Someone's coming in with an offer of like feelings and emotions, and let's talk. This person may be observing you already, preparing for their strike in some way, preparing for, like, observing so they can get, observing so they can notice the window of opportunity, the door opening. So they're waiting for an opportunity. I don't know why they're coming in this way. I mean, we already said that they may be attracted and seeing your light and, you know, want to come in and be a part of what you have going on. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please. Four of Wands. Oh, wait. I don't clarify with these. For a reason. Something about your home. I don't like this. I do not. This is yucky. I can't. I'm so sorry. It's like, let's celebrate. Let's go out. Let's do something. Let's hang out. Hold on. I don't mean to scare anyone, but I wouldn't be doing my due diligence and due justice of, you know, readings if I didn't say what I feel and what I see. But I do feel that this person probably has been observing you, like I said, and they passed by your house. Here's a star again. Stop. Stop entertaining this situation, please, Cancer. Not helping yourself in any way. What else? The Eight of Cups. The Devil. The Three of Cups. Do we get the Three of Cups anywhere else? Yes, right here. And the Three of Swords. A lot of going on here. So they see your light and they're gravitated toward it. They're observing you. They want to talk to you. They want to have some type of communication with you. I'm feeling like they want to control a situation. is this? There's been some heartbreak. There's been some letdown. There's been a need to heal. They want to control, getting strong control. They want to tie down. They want to maybe they have like just this, illusion that there are other people involved, and it breaks their heart. They get sad about that. They want communication. They want harmony. They want to come together. But the way they approach it is all wrong. They're not coming from an authentic place. It's like a child, like maybe they're stuck with like their trauma. They're stuck at like 10 years old, right? Like sometimes if you've ever done shadow work, healing work, or whatever, like that wherever the trauma happened in your life, and everybody has had moments, wherever the trauma happened, if you don't work through it and do the healing work, you stay stuck there. So you're a grown adult, right? Physically, but internally and mentally, psychologically, you're still that child. You're still that 10-year-old. You're still that 7-year-old. So you approach things from that perspective. And this is how I feel that this person is coming from. They don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to, like, they are not necessarily equal from a psychological place. And I think you can see this. And you see them coming in, and it's a perception of toxicity. But with this Hanged Man here, there's a need to see something in from a different perspective. So you see, you once saw toxicity within this person in relationship. Now that they're coming back through, your perspective on that toxicity has changed, and now it is more depth to it. Whereas you see that it's not necessarily toxicity, it's because they're still 7 years old in their mind, and they're coming from that perspective, from that place, right? Like they have not healed. They have not had the opportunity to grow from that place. And with the Queen of Cups here, which is your card, basis, that's the love that you provide to everything and everyone, no matter what, right? That's the Cancer's ability to hold others, to hold their environment, seeing people, situations at the core basis of them, which is usually a hurt person, an unhealed person. Because the Cancer is the mother, right? So we can deal with people, and when we see their flaws, when we see their toxic behaviors, when we see their mannerisms, when we see what's important to them, their morality, what they stand for, like everything about a person, we can see that and still love them because we are the mothers, right? We are accepting of every human, every living thing, because we bring it to life. The mother brings life, right? And therefore, there's nothing that anyone can do wrong that we cannot see where it came from and understand that. It does not mean that you have to be there. And I say we, I'm sorry, I'm a Cancer. But it does not mean that you have to be there and endure it and take it. There's boundaries, there's standards, there's self-love, there's self-respect, there's self-worth, no doubt, right? Doesn't mean that we don't see you, feel sorry for you, empathize and sympathize for you, accept you. We can accept you from afar. We can love you from afar. But if your shit and your unhealed trauma and your selfish behaviors are not doing anything for the Cancer, it's just taking from them and not adding from them. If you are a ascended Cancer, right, at your highest, you can see that, but not allow it, okay? And it's always your free will and your decision whether or not you want to work with somebody, be in a relationship with somebody, help somebody, right? I understand that. Doesn't mean that that they're going to be too close. If it's a threat to you, your kids, your family, your home, right? Like, door is closed, door is locked, right? But it's still up to you. So perspective on a person has changed. You see it coming a mile away. You may have to have a conversation with them about it. Somebody is going to feel, really bad at the end of that conversation. And I hope it's not you. I hope that you were able to take something away from this and prepare yourself for this energy that may come through the month of June. But this is also, at the end of it, this is also going to help you go back and reevaluate your belief system on relationships and people. And this is definitely an opportunity, like I was telling you earlier, to revisit a similar type of relationship or a similar type of person and have the opportunity to show up in your new evolved, experienced self and practice how to effectively handle that type of dynamic of a relationship. This new part of you, this new self, if that makes sense. All right, and then just be careful who you let in, who you open up to, all that good stuff. But this is the reading for the month of June. I thank you so much for your energy and your focus and attention on, watching the reading, watching the video. If you got any, insight or perspective on your situation, I would appreciate if you liked the video. And then if you are interested to see more of my videos and follow me on this journey on YouTube, I would love and be honored if you subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a great month of June. And we will see each other again in the next one. Thank you.